First things first, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good man. Pretty good. Good to be in Amsterdam. We aren't used to how hot it is here. That's why he's wearing white. That's why I've sat inside all day.
And well, you say it's good to be back in Amsterdam because you were supposed to be here a couple of weeks ago, but you weren't. Was that a tough thing to do for you?
Yeah, it's always really tough whenever you kind of have to honestly put the band like second and think of your health first, or we're so focused on the band and have been for nearly 10 years that anytime we have to maybe move a show or cancel a show, it's a really big deal, and felt really guilty letting a lot of people down, but it was just one of those things that happened, and yeah, there wasn't even a reason. I just kind of kept getting more and more sick, and yeah.
What went through your mind at that point when you started noticing that things weren't going well?
I think I hoped that I was going to get better quite quickly, because I thought it was maybe just like a cold or something that would last 1 or 2 days, because I'd never really had tonsillitis before, and that's kind of a version of what I had, but yeah, I mean, I was worried that if I tried to sing while I was sick, that then I would damage my vocal cords, and as soon as you do that, the doctors tell you to take like 2 months off.
Right.
And like we've got a new album coming out and everything, so it would be really bad timing to have to take 2 months off.
But is that always, as a singer, is that always a scary moment when something starts going wrong with your voice?
Yeah, it can be. Like years ago, it used to happen like every day, and I didn't know, because I was just learning that the kind of how my throat works, and never really took it very seriously, because I didn't really have a choice. Like we were loading all of our own gear in and out, and sleeping in vans, and eight guys in one hotel room and stuff like that. So my throat was like the last thing on my mind. But I think with the longer travel between shows, that's the thing that affects it the most, more than singing for me anyway. I think everyone's different.
Well, it's good that you're better now.
Yeah, cool. I can talk about it. I'm now quite educated on how to look after it.
Yeah, but do you approach it now differently then?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I had to learn how to sing from a different place in my body, and use like my whole body to project, and it actually changed the way that I sing quite dramatically. And just like kind of like I use loads of steam and teas, and can't drink coffee. So you just got a coffee, I can't have one now because it's too late in the day. Stuff like that. There's like a long list of do's and don'ts and stuff.
And then for you as well, Ross, when something like this happens to the singer of your band, what goes through the mind of the rest of the band?
Well, it's see when something's not in your control, like it's not like I broke my arm and I can be like annoyed with myself or something like that. It's just like there's nothing you can really do about it. And we've kind of got this motto going around at the moment where the band has been the most important thing in our lives for such a long time, and it still is. But in the last maybe year, we've kind of started to take a little bit of a step back and realise that like it's just we're really lucky to get to do it, but it's not like the be all and end all of our lives. You know what I mean? It's much more important to like be healthy and have like a good life. You know what I mean? This is like an amazing thing that we get to do. So see, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, those things are like, oh no, we've had to cancel shows, but now it's just like, what are you gonna do? It's cool. Yeah.
Do you know what gave way to this new mentality of kind of, well, we have to protect ourselves and there's more to life than just this?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it probably started from like seeing a lot more of the world, and like meeting a lot of different people, and just kind of, don't want to say like being wiser, because I'm not a very wise person yet. Hopefully maybe one day, but definitely more than when we started, because we started the band when we were really young. We were like 18, maybe even 17, 18, and you're just like desperate to get out and see what the world has to offer and let people hear your ideas, and I guess we're maybe just a bit more relaxed as people now, and it's kind of bleeding into our music and our outlook, and yeah.
Is there one memory of your travels that sticks out for you?
It's quite hard. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many things, but I think one of the first times playing at South by Southwest in Texas, and then driving, we went
of course.
Driving to make our first kind of mini album just outside Los Angeles, and that drive took us what, 2 days or something like that?
3.5 days or something like that.
To drive, and we'd never experienced anything like it. You know, it was like being on Mars, driving through all these foreign landscapes.
Yeah, it was my first time to America ever in my life. I'd never gone as a kid or anything like that, and my first experience was driving through like the Wild West, you know, all like the kind of Warner Brothers cartoons and stuff, like Roadrunner. We like drove through that for like 3 days. Amazing.
We've got to. Thing is, we've actually probably we've been to places that are like actually more interesting now, but at that point it was so alien to anything we'd ever done before. That was like that's what it felt like. After that point, that kind of changed the game. Experiences got upped after that point. Before that, they were all kind of not very good.
Yeah.
It is quite interesting because you say that these kinds of experiences seep through in the music.
Yeah.
But then on your new record, it's all about Glasgow.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how did your minds collectively go back to?
Well, I think the type of city that Glasgow is, you can feel quite trapped there quite easily. Just even physically, like the clouds are quite low for nearly all year, and the streets are really narrow, and it's a lot of kind of tenement buildings, and in particular that's what I grew up in, is like quite a smallish place. So I was always trying to go somewhere else, or like dreaming about going somewhere else, and that's why I got into music, so that I could like, you know, disappear and all. And then when we eventually did get out on the road and we were going places, the most ironic thing was, because Glasgow is such a strong identity and quite a lot of kind of infamous things about it, it's the first thing people would ask us about. So you go to the other side of the world and talk about home the whole time you're there, to explain what it's like and what the people are like and the history of it and stuff like that. And it's sort of over time started to become quite a romantic thing. Going back home actually started to feel really good, and the older that we got, the more of our own sort of people we became, and found our place in the city as adults and our own homes and stuff that we've made now. And I think it just started to feel more comfortable staying there for long periods of time. And not that I didn't enjoy it before, I was just excited, like I was saying before, to see what else was out there. But yeah, it kind of all happened at the same time as Glasgow was also having a bit of a kind of like turning point in terms of like multiculturalism and like just being quite an open-minded kind of place, and all the people were being kind of forced to like voice their passion with like the big referendum vote that Scotland had. Even little details like having like really good weather recently and people being out in the street, it sounded like really subtle stuff that you kind of pick up on when you live there. And we also finished an album and spent a few months at home and started writing at home. So all of that kind of happened at the one time, and we just sort of fell deeply in love with the place again.
Because did you miss it when you were traveling the world? Do you then miss home?
Yeah. Like I mean, we've been touring for nearly 10 years. More like 9, but 10 sounds better. So the first 5, you're like addicted to going to new places, like Seattle, check, like, you know, Amsterdam, check, Paris, all these places that you've only ever seen in movies or documented on TV or read about in books, magazines, things. So that got you through kind of didn't miss home because you were so excited to see all these places. But then the next 5 years, I guess we got to an age where people were interested to hear our opinion on what it's like to be from, because you're not just a little kid anymore. So people were like, tell me what's Glasgow like, or blah, blah. Or people would just maybe our interviewers were asking better questions because our band was getting bigger, and you get kind of more detailed questions about your music and where you're from, and it just made us think about it a bit more, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.